This is the network you are looking for.
We will follow the antisocial network.
Well, hello. This is the Antisocial Network. You're watching WrestleShoot again. I'm your host, Wild Thing Rob Wiles, joined, of course, by this handsome beast sitting next to me, my hetero life mate, Chris Casanova.
I think we're on different sides again.
Oh, you want to go this way?
Yeah.
Yeah, that more comfortable, kind of traditional.
Keep it traditional.
I think that before we get started here real quick, we do have a special message from the Antisocial Network that we're going to go ahead and play. Let's just check this one out.
Morgan Freeman. No, not the actor. It is just a wild coincidence that my inner voice sounds the same as the actor. My humans at Antisocial Network. They say I'm a very good dog, which I am. So my advice to you, as a very good dog, is to support my humans at Antisocial Network. Enjoy quality programming with a diverse range of topics. Thank you for listening. My name is Morgan Freeman. The dog, not the actor.
That's right. We are the Antisocial Network. We got lots of cool shit. Check us out. We're on Facebook, Real Antisocial Ones. Our website is antisocialnetwork.net. We are undergoing a bit of a change up in our staffing, taking on some new shows, shed loose some other ones, but some pretty exciting shit is coming up for the network moving forward. So, hoorah.
Hoorah.
So what's up, Chris?
So who are we talking about today? We're talking about Vince McMahon, aren't we?
You know, I feel like we are at this point kind of obligated to look at the man himself. Oh, who, me? I can't talk too much shit because we did look it up right before the show, and Vince McMahon is currently worth $3 billion.
Not a bad problem to have.
But which brings up really, like, you remember last time we talked about this, how I was just so viscerally angry, right? And it's because I was just like, oh my God, I feel betrayed. Like this guy was such a pivotal part of my life. And now this is what it is. I mean, we all grew up. Vince was like our uncle. You know, we saw him every week, right?
Uncle Vince.
Yeah, Uncle Vince, man. And I was just so fucking upset and put off by all that was coming out about sexual trafficking and false imprisonment and all these things that these lawsuits against him are alleging.
Yeah, fucked up.
Right now, in the history of our country, it's never been so much that this is the time that we are burning billionaires. If they are criminals, we are showing them that they are not above the law, right?
Yep.
And it honestly, in my opinion, really kind of started kicking up in the direction of holding people accountable, whether they did it or not. But holding people accountable, all the way back to when they politicized going after Roethlisberger. But even before that, like Clinton, when the whole impeachment for Bill Clinton getting ahead, and they never pressed criminal charges, but nowadays they are going for the jugular. If you are mega rich, you're not getting away with shit. So why hasn't any criminal charges been filed against Uncle Vinny?
Yeah, that's a mystery.
And really, the only reason I referenced the Roethlisberger thing, because I found it just comical how all the cases went down in flames. But one went so far as to a career detective was forced to resign from the police force.
Plus, you're a Steeler fan too.
Wait, say again?
I said, plus you're a Steeler fan too, so that's why you referenced Roethlisberger.
Okay. All right.
I had to throw that in there.
The fact that a career detective was forced to resign because he was pushing a lie. He was forcing a lie.
Sure.
They determined that there was financial motivation on the detective's part. So, with all that being said, I guess like you could say that Vince McMahon forced you to blow him. You were sexually abused by Vince McMahon.
Even it's not true.
They're going to say you're a liar. Okay, but how much money can I make to make me shut up?
Yeah, it's those piece of shit opportunists that are fucking taking their shots and see what they can get. Because one, either they couldn't fucking cut it there, and number two, yeah, maybe they couldn't simply cut it in life and they need a fucking free handout. That's what I'm calling it, a free fucking handout.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to call real quick. I'm not digging how I look right now, brother. My ego, my vanity, but really my self-respect here is kicking up because God damn it, this is WrestleShoot. All right, this is not a tropical fucking cruise.
He's gimmicking up, guys. All right. WrestleShoot.
Woo! Yeah, baby. We're here on WrestleShoot. Let me fix that motherfucker a little bit there. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Let me fix that right there a little bit. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Dig it.
Yeah.
We're talking about Vince McMahon right now. Yeah. We're kind of trying to get to the bottom of the whole thing right now. Yeah.
The Nacho Man.
And the Huckster. Yeah. Dig it. Uh-huh.
But my thoughts are why are they coming out now, multiple years later? Like, it's like if it happened, why don't you just fucking come out and say it like right away? I don't understand that. I don't get they're maybe scared or they want to say anything, but at the same time is fucking say something. Don't wait 5 years later or however many years.
Okay. Let's just say let's say for the sake of the conversation for a minute that it's true that he did all that. And you say, why is she coming out now? Well, it wasn't that long ago that all this happened. But let's go back to, and I believe the Bill Cosby, the one who got the criminal charges pressed against him. When they said, oh, well, why did you wait so long? She said, because they told me if I tried to go after him, they would destroy my life and my family's life. And they had the means to do it.
Oh, my gosh.
You don't think Bill Cosby by himself has the means to destroy somebody's life?
I'm not saying he doesn't.
So if he does, then surely Vince does. I mean, he's kind of like
I'm not denying that.
He's like the Don of wrestling, He's like, never ask me about my business.
But conveniently, he sold WWE to NBC and all this. Oh, he's worth even more now. I can get more. Just a bunch of greedy fucks, man. That's all I'm saying. Attacking a billionaire, and maybe some of the stuff did happen. Maybe some of the stuff did. But sometimes people like to stretch things quite a bit. They turn a scratch into a broken arm.
Right. But then you look at the only real co-defendant named old Johnny Ace, Mr. Laurinaitis, and we know he's a piece of shit. I mean, That's just publicly known for. So to be like, oh yeah, Vince and Johnny used to sexually abuse me. I don't know. Maybe that plays. Maybe Vince was just saying, let's have a threesome. And she's like, oh yeah, hell yeah, let's have a threesome, thinking, what can I get out of this later? You know, there's so many possibilities, but the biggest issue I have is, if it's true, why have no criminal prosecutions happen?
Yeah, that's a mystery right there. You figured it would all the way, like the Weinstein guy, right? He got fucking, they threw the book at him and it went all the way. But Vince, everything's has stopped. That could be true.
Yeah. But you know, the thing is, like with Weinstein, like criminal charges were already being pushed, right? So when you push something criminal against somebody who's high profile, you don't just pump the brakes and be like, oh, fucked up, never mind, let him go. That's not really how that's ever going to work, right? So I mean, the same could be said of, like, when they went after Trump. Look how long it took them to start prosecuting Trump. The Trumpers and him and everybody, whoever can say it's politically motivated, you know, whatever. It took them a long time to go after him, I think, because they didn't want him to be able to just slip off the hook. And you can't say, we're going after you. Oh, wait, we're actually not ready. We'll get back to you later.
But isn't always it's always a timing thing. And I'm not saying that Trump is completely innocent or, you know, guilty or whatever. I'm not saying anything. I don't know. I wasn't there. Even with Vince, I don't really know. But it seems like when people get attacked, it's always at the right time, when they're at the peak of their career, when there's a sale that happens, or they make the most money they can. It always works out that way. It seems convenient to me. Again, I'm not saying they didn't do it, but at the same time, is kind of convenient when you strike when the time is right.
You know, you bringing that up actually kind of made me change my thoughts on this a little bit here. I mean, not really change it. Just
thank you, Desiree.
Just you posed another option. With Trump, you know, civil trials started first before criminal trials.
Sure.
And you got to wonder if maybe they're trying to push that same narrative here. Let's see if we can get this girl paid, and then we'll prosecute Vince.
And didn't she get paid though? Like she had hush hush money, so she already got paid. So
yeah,
here's the thing.
But so did Stormy Daniels.
Okay, well, there you go. Okay, so if they got paid for their service or whatever it was, like, go away. Why come back multiple years later? That shit should be thrown out. Vince, whatever, Stormy Daniels, that's bullshit. Anyways, I'm just saying, like, you took your payoff. Like, you knew you were doing something wrong. You knew.
And wasn't it like a couple $100,000?
For who?
For the chick who's suing Vince. Didn't he already give her a couple $100,000 just to shut the fuck up and be out?
Something like that. Yeah, I can't remember what the payoff was. It was in increments or something. And things were covered for her as well. Like I think she got a part of her plays paid for. I don't know. There was a couple things on there that were paid for. The bottom line is she did get paid.
Well, now he bought a place and let her live there. But when that ended, so did her arrangement. Just like he bought her a BMW, but then he took it back.
Oh, did he take it back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Stephen, my man. Nice to hear you. Thanks for joining us tonight. That's look at this, man. We got the affordable dumpster crew rolling up in this son bitch.
How much money means to me? Wait, I want to see it last.
Okay. All right.
Well, I'm just saying.
You scared me. Well, read it.
Well, oh shit! Oh, I thought you were gonna read it. Okay, I think it's because you do make sure you can stick how much money seems to be make it happen. Did it happen? Yeah. Hush money. The hush money does mean it did happen. So they took it. They accepted it. It should be done. Case closed.
Look, not to offend anybody, but that's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard in my life. If I went out and I killed somebody and I gave their parents $100,000, pretend it didn't happen, it still happened. It didn't not happen because they took money. It happened.
But No, I agree with you on that. It did happen, but they didn't do anything. They said, "Okay, great, we'll take the money and we'll turn our cheek and we'll walk the other way." And 20 years later, you're worth 20 times more than you are. Oh, guess what?
True
Here's
that.
what happened.
But that wasn't 20 years later, Chris. It was like it was a year ago that this happened. So it took her a year to come out and organize and prepare and start pressing charges.
Oh, wait, who? We're jumping around. Who are we talking about?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were still on Vince.
We are on Vince.
That was like a year ago that relationship ended.
This was in the late 90s, early 2000s. Are we talking about the same person?
We're talking about the one who's suing Vince for like $500 million.
Yeah, I think that happened a long time ago. It was like the late 90s, early 2000s, like the Attitude
Chris,
Era.
this may get us canceled, but I'm going to go on record to say there is not a piece of $500 million pussy walking this fucking planet. I'll tell you that much. I think that a judge should have looked at that lawsuit and kind of chuckled a little bit and handed it back and said, "I'm going to give you a minute to rethink this." Give me a break.
Where'd that number come from? Oh, let's just throw it in the air or whatever. Let's just fucking write some random number. Like, where's that come from?
And all of this madness that's being reported in the media about Big Daddy Vinny is flooring me because nobody's brought up criminals yet. And that just ain't how the fucking world works, dude. Now, look, I know that you and me, the law would treats us much differently than they treat billionaires. I get that, obviously. But still, if anybody tried to push $1,000 lawsuit on us and made half of the same claims, they would put us under the prison forever.
I agree.
You got to wonder, is it a fear of losing thing that maybe they're not pressing any criminals? Because Vince has so much money. And maybe he's got some kind of a standable defense because all you got to do is convince one juror that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because that whole majority rules thing doesn't really apply in jury trials anymore. It's got to be unanimous anymore.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm feeling this thing might not go through all the way. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to stand. I mean,
certainly Vince is going to settle.
It will probably end. I would agree. You'll probably end in the settlement. Ain't gonna be $500 million. I'll tell you that.
It's not even gonna be fucking. It's not even gonna be $50 million. You'll probably be like, "Look, I give you $5 million. I'll put an extra $2 million on for your lawyer, and you guys fuck off."
And they'll fucking take it. It's a scare tactic. They're just as bad. You think about it. You mentioned something about 10 minutes ago about Bill Cosby has a means of fucking end their fucking life.
Yeah.
What do you fuck this person's trying to do? They're trying to fucking strong arm Vince. I'm coming after you, blah, blah, blah. I want $500 million. Go fuck yourself.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Vince blinks his eyes twice and somebody jumps out of the shadows and cuts your throat. Like I don't care how nice of a guy Vince McMahon is. Vince McMahon has bodies. He absolutely has to have bodies on him. So, I mean, he's a wrestling promoter and that's something else. Cause this case differs from, like, for instance, using Trump as the example. This case differs because Trump, as they say it, lives in a very seedy, dark underworld, but it's dark. And professional wrestlers live in a very seedy, well-lit underworld. Like, we're scumbags and we let you fucking know it. Like, you got to know who it is that you're fucking with when you're fucking with wrestlers.
Well,
right?
I agree. And those people live in a different world. I mean, they did. How would I say this? I'm not saying I can't make that case for everybody, but for the most part, those people got where they got to because they did a few shady things in their life to get to that spot. So they live in a different world and it's a different standard for them. So when you enter that world, that world, you're taking some risk. So enter at your own risk. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, shit. That's a good comment. Hang on. Boom. I would probably admit it would cost less.
There you go.
Hell yeah. Or you just say, call the lawyer and get this on a pennies out settlement because let's face it, Vince is worth currently $3 billion liquid. That's not even including his assets, his homes, his cars, his yachts and all that bullshit. This is just liquid from the sale of WWE.
That is wild, man. I can't.
Billion, 3 billion. One person has $3 billion fucking dollars.
That's wild to even hear that number. I mean, I remember, gosh, 25 years ago, even reaching $1 billion was a milestone.
Oh, that was amazing. That was an amazing accomplishment. I remember hearing his quote of I went to bed a millionaire and I woke up a billionaire after he took the company public. A billionaire with a B.
Exactly.
It was amazing story. And still in the comparison of Trump to McMahon, since they're so buddy is Trump was born into great wealth, and we all know that Vince was born onto a dirt pile. So what he has now, he 100% earned.
He had an idea and he fucking ran with it, and it fucking worked.
He didn't just run with it. He risked everything. If WrestleMania 1 didn't hit, he was done. All him and his wife both. There was going to be no recovery if WrestleMania 1 didn't work.
I think he was guaranteed it was going to work the way he was doing it. There was no way it was going to miss. Just how great it was set up. Everything was awesome. There's no way you could do it.
But it was really a first time kind of concept.
It was, and I think that's why a lot of people bought into it.
Yeah, everybody's going to pile into arenas to watch Mania on TV, and everybody said it's not going to work. And he said, well, God damn it, pal, we're going to do it anyway. We're going to do it because I say it's going to work.
Just like that.
You're fired. Well, I mean, I think in my head it plays out kind of like that.
It might have. You're probably about 95% accurate. Maybe 95%.
Vince, this is never going to work. You're fired.
Whoa.
You want your job back? You got to join the Kiss My Ass Club. No, Vince, we got to wait at least 28 years for that. You're fired.
And part of that wasn't just a gimmick, man. It was probably a real lifestyle in some ways. Because we know how things.
Yeah, it probably made his wiener move a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's been some stories in the past of, Vince has, have guys may do certain favors for him. Or
but okay, careful. Let's not have anybody in black suit show up to whack us here. Let's not go.
I said favors. That's all I said. I'm not telling you what it was.
See, you said that you say favors, but what I heard was certain guys blew Vince to get their push.
Oh, wow.
That's what I heard. Oh shit,
That's not what you said.
Oh, I said that? God damn it. See what you make me do, Chris? God. You know what yeah, fuck. So anyway, it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder when. Okay, like this woman, if say she loses her lawsuit, judge goes, get the fuck out of here. You're not getting anything. Vince could very well be banking on that. He could very well be banking on that. But then what? Is he going to go after her? Then what's he going to get? He's not going to get anything out of her.
I figured you meant blowjobs. Okay.
Yeah. Of course you do, Desiree.
Well, at least you both said it. I didn't say it, but
go ahead and say it.
Okay.
There you go. Now we're all on the same page.
Now we're all guilty.
But that does bring me back to what happens next? Because if she loses, great. I don't think she's paying her lawyer. I think this is on a pro bono.
Oh, of course it is.
So she walks away with nothing. But what if they determine this is just all a bunch of bullshit? Why is there nothing in the books to offer any retribution legally for that? Not that Vince is going to go after her and sue her, because what's he going to get at? He's not going to get a goddamn thing. But shouldn't there be some kind of punishment against frivolous lawsuits if this turns out that's what that is?
I agree. But I mean, what? Wow, that's a good point. Yeah, I agree. They should be. Take some jail time.
You know what? I'm getting myself a little bit stressed out, and I'm going to be up all night. So I think that we should show our newest advertiser. It's a 3-minute commercial, Chris, but it's fucking hilarious. You saw it yesterday, and let's watch. Now, guys, everybody watch
our topic, or we're going to come back to it?
No, we're going to come right back to it. We're going to come right back to it, guys. This commercial that you're about to see, the cause is very, very important. So let's take it seriously and let's support this product. It's important.
Mom, can I have a popsicle?
No, honey, you'll spoil your...
Hey parents, tired of those out-of-control kids? Throwing embarrassing tantrums wherever they go. At the grocery store, on the playground, even at the dinner table. You've had it with parenting, but wait, there is a solution. Introducing Nap Time, the latest, most effective tool for child tantrum prevention. It's simple. Just douse a rag with our patented Sleepy Time formula, place it over your child's cry hole, press and hold gently for 8 to 12 seconds, and presto, no more tantrum.
I was beginning to think adoption was the only way out. Then a friend of mine introduced me to Nap Time. It's never been so quiet around here.
The secret lies in Nap Time's revolutionary fast-to-sleep formula. Developed by military-trained scientist doctors from NASA, Nap Time's powerful molecules rush to the child's brain on contact, gently inducing instant tranquility.
This is chloroform.
Already put those wallet-draining crap factories out on the street? That's okay! Nap Time works in any situation. On the golf course. An awkward blind date.
I had a really good time tonight.
It even works on pets.
After we had our first child here, we regretted it almost immediately.
We didn't know that she'd cry so much.
Talk about defective. But thanks to Nap Time, our little Samantha here hasn't made a noise in weeks. I keep her in a shoebox.
Call now and we'll send you your very own 24-ounce bottle of Nap Time solution for only 23 easy payments of $1.99. But wait, there's more! Act quickly and you'll also receive the all-new Dream Sack absolutely free. It's compact and portable for those on-the-go tantrums. Just cover it, tighten it, and forget about it. It's that simple.
We can't breathe good.
So if this looks familiar...
I feel pregnant.
Then don't wait! Order today and join the millions of Americans who just can't stop saying...
Thanks, Nap Time.
Thanks, Nap Time. Thanks, Nap Time.
Nap Time! When they just won't shut up. Nap Time is not legal in the following states.
This is chloroform. Sorry, Chris, dude. I know I just cut in with that, but you know, we usually bring the funny when we weren't really bringing it today. So I had to bring a little bit of funny before we go ahead and jump back into this.
Kind of funny. I think so.
You think?
Yeah.
Look at that. We are already getting support for our friends over at Nap Time. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Did you bring Nap Time with you on your dates?
No, I actually, see, I didn't know about Nap Time. I was forced to use actual chloroform. Yeah. Which is apparently what Nap Time is. This is chloroform.
You can get your bottle.
Nap Time to specially trained military doctors from NASA.
And for people on a budget, you can make 23 payments of $1.99.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I mean, look, the Antisocial Network sees a need and we help fill a need. Damn it. We are ingenuitive. We are awesome. We're just fucking awesome. Antisocialnetwork.net, Facebook.com/real antisocial, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So looks like we are coming to the end of our allotted time over here at the Antisocial Network. So Oh, well, hey, shit. Steve, that's a good point. It is quicker than roofies. And Chris, you want to hear something funny? This psychopath right here who just commented is one of my bosses.
Oh, wow.
What?
Don't turn your back on them. No.
Yeah, I believe they only take credit cards there, Desiree.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just had to get those out the way, a little customer service
CODs.
work. So, no COD. No, that doesn't exist anymore. Mailman sees COD and goes, fuck out of here.
Pockets of money.
Anyway. Wait. No, he's your trainer.
Right. Oh.
Okay. Inside joke. Yeah, nobody else is going to get it except
The three. Okay, gotcha.
So, like what? Okay, what's your takeaway, Chris? Like, if somebody said, Chris, right now, what is your final thought on the matter, and it's going to hold weight in court? What's your final thought?
I didn't honestly. My thoughts are I don't think he did it. Now my thought. Okay, let me retract on that.
Okay.
I need to retract. I spoke too soon. Maybe there's some
all right
mutual agreement between the two of them. Things are going down, and maybe things got a little overzealous, maybe overboard a little bit, and then maybe she cried wolf after that. I don't know, but bottom line is she got paid. She waited multiple years to come back at this guy, and I think the verdict is going to happen. I think she's going to get something. She ain't going to get $500 million, but I think to your point, she's going to get paid something, and it's going to.
He absolutely did something. Yeah, you guys are both right.
Yeah.
He did something. The question, like we always say, there's three sides of a story: your side, my side, the truth. Right?
Something happened, but no one's really going to truly know what happened. But again, she took money and she walked away, and unfortunately she's probably going to get some more money. And like I said, it could be $500 million, but she's going to get something. That's my take.
Okay, why is it unfortunate? Let Vince drop out a few pennies down to the impoverished, because he'll never notice. Not 500 million. I'm talking about whatever little pennies settlements he offers. That to her and her attorney would be life-changing.
You ask me why?
Yeah, why not?
It's just the principle of it. She fucking took money for hush hush money already. She took her payment. And that sounds bad and cruel, but she did. If it was so wrong, she said, no, I'm not taking any money at all. I'm going to court and I want this. That's a different, then we'd be talking about something completely different. Then I would get her back on that. But I really don't in this case. She already took her money. She was taken care of.
Okay, so what if, Chris, facts came, what if they were quietly, criminally investigating it to see if there were any charges, and they found charges, and they pressed charges against him? Would you consider her claim to be more monetarily valuable at that point?
Maybe a little bit, but it goes back to my point. It
goes back to the hush money?
They took money. They took money to be hush hush. And not saying it was okay, but they come like, okay, it's fine. Sure. Yeah, thank you.
Everybody's on the Casanova train. Look at this shit. I can't believe it.
If something happened to me, right? Okay, for example, I'm gonna make it, and this may not, well, maybe it's comparable. If I fell down, right, at a store, right, and I got paid for it, hush hush money, right? And let's see, but the management or the owner of the store, whatever, they paid me off. Say, here's $1 million. Go away. We don't want to go to court. Okay. And I took the money, right? I took the money. And then 5 years later, I've been thinking about it. You know what? I could have got more money, and they just didn't pay me hush hush money to go away out of their store. I'm going to take them to court because I want $100 million. Fuck that. I don't deserve it. I took my money.
All right. So on the other side of that point, what if you take $1 million? Let's approach this more realistically. Let's say you take a fall in a store. They say, here's 50 grand for you to never talk about this and go away. And a year later, a doctor says the injury from the fall you took is leading to permanent paralysis. You're not going to be able to work. You're going to have to be in a wheelchair. You're probably going to have to get help. Fuck you. You took 50 grand. You're out. You are not entitled to anything extra.
Yeah, that's it.
No.
No. I'm not debating that. I wouldn't debate that. I wouldn't at all. But I would honestly have to. Fuck. That's a good point. Wait, you don't get shit for free.
Get shit done is what he's trying to say in his rednecky way.
It's my fault, dude. I took the money. It is what it is. I mean, I'd have to stand by what I believe.
I don't know. I'm not buying it. If you're look, Chris, I could con you into some kind of a scam that leads you to bankruptcy, and I lead you into bankruptcy, and I offer you $10,000, right? Next thing you know, they're repoing your house and your car and everything, and you're going to jail for debts you can't. Everything is going wrong in your life, but I gave you 10 grand, so I'm off the hook.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, let's get back to that injury thing. Okay. That was maybe that was a bad comparison. I have permanent damage from that. She did something that was maybe immoral, wrong, and they shouldn't have done it. Is she really damaged from it, really, though? Besides psychological, give me a break.
Yeah, but wait, what? Besides psychological, that's a pretty big fucking damage.
Even let's say she's not even psychological. Maybe she's making some shit up. Like
maybe. But we're not. But for the sake of the conversation, we're not assuming that she's making it up.
You're comparing paralysis to that she may have some type of, trauma to her. That's a huge difference.
Yeah, but you were also saying a grocery store would offer you $1 million to shut up over a fall.
Yeah, but you brought paralysis into it, and I was like,
yeah, I'm just going to the, in my opinion, the same ridiculous extreme. That's all.
That's pretty extreme, dude, to put that in there. That's all I'm saying. Those are two different things.
All I'm saying is a little bit of hush money to me does not negate your rights to be made whole when you were completely wronged, when whatever the hush money was a fraction of what you actually deserved for it. She could have been scared. She could have been desperate. And let's not forget, there's one thing that we can't argue, and that was Vince picked his victim, quote, quote, victim, very well. He picked somebody who was very pretty, and she was impoverished financially. She wasn't very fucking bright. And he picked her up and he drug her on. And then when he took all that away from her, I'm not fucking you anymore. Get out of the condo, give me the car back, go on back to your life. Here's a couple $100,000 for you. Well, okay, that's a lifeline. You're going to grab it.
Yeah. So what would you do if Vince gave you the ultimate push? He paid you lots of money.
I would suck that nigga's dick all day.
Okay, and you had to do sexual favors to him on command.
Yeah, sure.
And
that goes without saying.
And let's say 5 years down the road, your push is gone, you're released. Let's say you burned through your money, you weren't smart about it, and you had nothing. And then you thought about, I need more money because Vince put me through this whole fucking ordeal.
I would call Vince and say, "Hey, Vince, who's blowing you lately? You need me to come back?" He'd say, "You're goddamn right, I do." Pal.
Okay, so you would just keep the favors coming. Okay.
I mean, you're asking a ridiculous situation. You're exposing my personal fantasy, and that's just not right. Wait, was that out loud? Shit.
Damn. Okay. Let's say it was your personal fantasy.
See, she gets it. It's all right.
You want that push, Rob? You were to keep sucking it more.
And you know what? Whether she's a victim or not isn't even necessarily the point here. The point here is if there's any validity to this, why have no criminal charges? God damn it, Doug. Doug, you would do the same damn thing, and you know it.
Well, he is gay, right? We talked on the show yesterday.
Well, he admitted it yesterday, right?
Yeah, he openly admitted it on the air.
And there's nothing wrong with that, Doug. We still love you.
Yeah, at least you're coming true with yourself.
I just didn't know that your wife had a penis, so that's fascinating. Oh God,
Wow, that's a little too much.
that was too much. That was too much. But I'm never going to apologize because this is the Antisocial Network. Chris, let's put a pin in this. If you feel like there's more discussion to be had, we can come back to it next week. But we are definitely at our time limit. So anything you want to hit on this in closing?
I think some things are going to come up next week. I do. I think
Oh,
this
do
is
you?
a part. I think this could be a part 2 that could lead into something.
Doug thinks you're lying. So you've called Doug gay. Doug has called you a liar. Oh, he's talking about the gay thing. My bad. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah, he's talking towards you.
I don't know if we're going to get into it again next week. Like we got the death of WCW, we got the 80s WWF era, and it's we got all kinds of great things to get into. But I know that as facts come out about this case, we're definitely going to dedicate entire shows to it. What's that?
Is he innocent or guilty?
I can't say. I think he's wrong. I don't think the shit that happened went down how she's saying it happened. And I only say that because, look, I don't care who you are. You shit on somebody, they bring it to court. There's going to be a criminal investigation.
So you thinking there's some added? I think there's some added touch, like you just said. I think
because technically speaking, taking a shit on somebody is assault with a biological weapon, and that's a felony. So I feel like if there was real felonies taking place, even if the prosecutor doesn't want to risk their win-loss record, I think there's somebody in the prosecutor's office who would take that on.
Of course. If there's a chance of them getting paid, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think for the prosecutor's office, it's not about them getting paid. It's about them
prosecutor. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure there's somebody in the prosecutor's office who would take it if it wouldn't be for the actual DA. But for somebody the magnitude of Vince, it would have to be like the real elected district attorney steps in to do it, or even the attorney general's office of the state.
Vince has got some badass defense attorneys, so yeah.
And let's also before we jump out of here, let's make that point. Vince has beaten several criminal charges in the past, right?
Oh yeah, this isn't his first rodeo.
Yeah, he's beaten the grand jury on 3 separate occasions. So I just don't think Vince is too concerned about criminal prosecution, but that would make me think maybe prosecutors would have that in their mind of, do we want to take this humiliation of losing? I don't know, dude. And I want to know. I want to have a little bit of clearer guidance onto this. That would help me, that would help me maybe reconnect with wrestling a little bit.
Sure.
On that note, guys, this is the Antisocial Network. Keep following us. You got us. You got Ghosted. We've got some cool new haunted shows coming up. We've got Derek and Play the Tape talking about people's recovery from addiction issues. We just got all kinds of fun stuff coming our way. So, man, stick with us over here at the Antisocial Network. It's rad. Wait a minute. We got one more to go. Let Vince know there's a in Pasco.
They'll let you do that for $50.
Is that what she charged you, Steve, or is that like a inflated rate because Vince is so wealthy? I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to hear about that tomorrow.
On that note,
see you next week, guys.